Alright, what's going on, guys? So here we go again with another video and another thing going on. So it's funny, I was watching a couple of videos over here from local guys in New York, and you know, it also kind of like made me do this video because one of my subscribers got his bike seized, and somehow, somewhat, I think he was able to retrieve the bike from, I guess, the police possession, and was able to sell it. I don't know if he was forced or whatever it is. Long story short, he got points on his license. He got a criminal court summons, and now he's got to go to a criminal court to have a hearing in front of a judge. So I don't know what he was doing with the car. With the bike. I don't know if he was wheeling. I don't know if he was doing excessive speed. I don't know. I'm not here to judge that guy, which is just extremely unfortunate thing where your bike gets seized. But I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to try to figure out what happened with him. But this video is pretty much about what we should not do. Okay, and again, he made me realize that whatever I was saying for all these months on these videos is that you have to ride these bikes responsibly. Now, I'm in a place where there's almost no cops, and all the roads are pretty much wide open, and there really isn't an issue. Now, if I was going kind of like up north in my neighborhood, closer to where there's more population, obviously I would have to be more careful, use less speed, and just be aware of my surroundings, right? I mean, here in New York, a seizure of a bike is either you don't have a license, or you don't have a registration, or you're not behaving the way you're supposed to behave on the streets or the highway or whatever. Anyway, long story short, these bicycles in New York City, they don't have to be registered. Well, they don't have to be registered. I'm sorry. I mean, they can be legally registered. If you have a bill of sale, you have a VIN number, and so on and so forth, you'll be able to register it, insure it, and so on and so forth. But when we build these bikes, or when we order them from China through Alibaba or eBay or whatever, they literally cannot be insured or registered. Like, I can't register or insure my bike because the Department of Motor Vehicles needs some sort of information. What does it weigh? There's got to be specifications to it. There got to be signals, horn, headlights, and all these things that have to be either strong enough, or headlights, either strong enough or not too strong so it doesn't blind the other on common traffic. There's so many details, so many rules, regulations, requirements, it's not even funny. So these are the obstacles that when we have these bikes and when we build them or buy them, we can do certain things. Now, how we get away with the murder is that it is with pedals. I was watching one of the videos on YouTube, the guy locally that rides in my neighborhood. He was told that lots of cops are hunting the Saran community, because Saran, as you know, most of them, or lots of them, don't have pedals. Even though you can purchase a pedal kit, and that would pretty much make it a little more legal from the looks of it. Regardless if the bike is going to 25 miles an hour and over, it's already illegal in full under different category, different class and requirements, so on and so forth. But let's say, assume that once you have the bike, the pedals on your bike or your bicycle at this point, it doesn't bring so much attention. But on the other hand, these bikes look like a motorcycle, and it kind of sucks because it brings just so much attention. Now imagine if it you're riding it so fast and you're wearing a helmet, the motorcycle gear, it brings even more attention, right? So possibility of having seized, it's really, almost 100%. Jesus Christ, what's with my thing? Um, so now imagine if you are wearing, let's say, a motorcycle jacket, and there is a name in the back of the motorcycle jacket that looks like some sort of gang affiliation, right? I've seen that, and it's kind of awkward. So now you have a motorcycle jacket with possibility that you might belong to a motorcycle gang. And I'm just saying, this is all just me thinking out loud, right? Just because somebody has a name in the back of the jacket and a motorcycle outfit and a helmet, Nazi helmet or regular full face helmet, doesn't mean they belong to a gang. However, the way it's being perceived is as if you did, and if you start throwing some sort of signs, on pictures or videos, it's very strongly suggested that you might be a gang member. Anyway, that would cause a problem, right? So then this is all I see on YouTube videos, and then people going on a sidewalk, they going the wrong way, they honking the horns for no apparent reason, no emergency whatsoever. They have this loud music, Bluetooth speakers. It's obnoxious, I mean, and I'm 50 years old. Yeah, I like my music, but I don't like to blast it on my bike. Why bring more attention, right? So it's kind of tough. And then, you're riding in a big group. Like in California, I guess it's very famous. But look, eventually, the LAPD or California PD or whatever municipality that's happening, they're gonna crack down on it because there's going to be incidents, accidents, complaints, and so on and so forth. So eventually, it's going to happen where the police is going to step in and start seizing the bikes, whether it's Suran or Super 73 or Onyx, whatever it is. It is what it is. So saying that, look, I'm not into like go on a bike and take pictures, take videos, go for Photoshop and pose, and it's just, man, it defeats the point of me going out and enjoying my bike, But some people are into it, like I'm not into body camera, GoPro, editing, all that shit. Like, oh man, that thing just fucking boring. I enjoy the writing part. I don't enjoy sitting home and editing video. For what? For additional subscribers? For what? For what? This is more of an interaction to me, whether anybody's watching or everybody's watching. It doesn't matter. I guess if you go for subscribers, you're gonna put out more videos, more details in your videos, more editing and things like that. I'm not into that, so don't even expect that on this channel. I'm into more of putting out information, and this is the point I'm going towards. I do not like to ride in groups. Okay, I don't like to do group rides. Give you another example. I go look for my son into the park. I pull up, and I'm riding now. I'm taking off really fast, and I see this kid with a electric bike and another kid with a motorcycle. The motorcycle has 125 cc, right? So in reality, he's supposed to have a full helmet, which he did. However, you're supposed to have a registration on that bike. You're supposed to have an inspection on that bike. And you're supposed to have a license or learner's permit. So let's say hypothetically, if I have a motorcycle license, I can ride with another person that only possesses a permit for a motorcycle, and they have to be with certain amount of feet. So that's why lots of motorcycle guys, some of them have a motorcycle license, some of them have only permit, right? So now let's just say that I choose to ride with these guys, and we get pulled over because this freaking motorcycle is making noise for no reason, and And this is a teenager, you know. He's maybe 19 years old. He's riding a bike illegally. His parents, I guess, don't care or whatever their issue is. But you got no license, you got no insurance, okay, and it's not registered, you know. I mean, Uncle Sam's got to get some money out of this. So anyway, that's why I can't do these rides. I really, really can't. It's just, it will get you in trouble. It will, you know, it will pretty much screw your day over. You know what I mean? And, you know, it is very unfortunate when people get their bike seized. Again, my subscriber, I don't know why his bike was seized. You know, Baltimore, apparently, you know, one of the subscribers in my channel said that if you stop in a bad neighborhood on a red light, you know, they'll stick you up and they'll steal your bike or they'll take your bike, which is unfortunate. You know, I mean, somebody paid for it. Like, obviously, I paid for it. I paid for the parts. I paid, you know, for everything to it, and I put my labor time into it. And I mean, come on, you know, it's not fair. So there's a place like that. And again, I see lots of guys that go over here to the city, to Manhattan, and they just abuse the streets. You know, they just completely abuse the streets. You know, it's either you use a bike lane or you don't. It's either you use the street or you don't. You gotta make a choice. Okay, it's either you go with the way of traffic or you go against the traffic. Okay, and you know what the consequences are. So it's really taking a risk, and again, you're bringing up so much attention to yourself for no reason whatsoever, and it pisses me off, and I refuse to ride in a group. I reached out to a couple of guys at the very beginning, and I saw their YouTube channels, and I saw how irresponsible and how irresponsibly they were riding their bikes, and I never went with them. I said, I'm sorry, I just it defeats the point of me going out and getting myself in trouble. I'd rather be completely lonely on my bike, enjoy my leisure time on my bike, bring my bike in one piece, okay, park the bike, charge the bike for next time. This is how simple it is. I don't want cops to be involved. I don't want to hit a pedestrian. I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want to get into a, you know, legal situation. I don't want to be going to a court system. I don't want to be trying to retrieve my bike from police possession. I don't want none of that. I want headache free. Even though my bike goes really fast, or fast enough for me, I don't need to, you know, really go that fast. And the whole thing is, even though I say it, I always go fast. But again, there's no population in my neighborhood. We don't even have sidewalks. That's the whole thing. It's like being in Texas, going on a big ass highway and worry about how fast you're going. There's nobody to look. There's nobody to watch. There's nobody to hit. It's just calm and quiet and good times, you know. So, I mean, I even ride a damn bike without a helmet. I mean, it's a risky situation, but it's just so much gear. And again, it's just when you have that full face helmet, yeah, of course it protects you and does everything it's supposed to do. But the reality is that, I mean, okay, so I don't care that it brings attention to other people, riders, drivers, whatever. I do care about any, God forbid, concussion or anything like that. That's for sure. But it's just, you know, so uncomfortable. But then, you know, comfort versus safety, of course, there's no questions about it. But I haven't like gone over that leap to go and get a full face helmet. Maybe, you know, the German helmet. But then, you know, I'm gonna say, oh, you racist. You know, like, this country shit is backwards. Like, you say one thing and they think about the worst. Like, they, you know, oh, you racist because you're wearing a German helmet. Like, holy Jesus Christ. But you know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Hopefully, you know, whatever happened to my subscriber will never happen to anybody else. Unfortunately, he already said that he sold the stealth bomber, and it is a bomber, that he has to sell it, or he had to sell it. It's unfortunate, and you know, something that I would never look forward. Hopefully he got enough money for the bike. It's difficult to sell a bike that you know, you put so much money into it. Like, if I was to sell my bike, I mean, come on, my battery is over $1,000. You know, I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Again, you know, it's just sad, you know. But anyway, guys, please just be careful, you know. And again, I'm not a guy where I want to go to every ride and cause a problem. I want to go to every ride and be better than anybody else. It's funny how people change, you know. They react one way on a video when they shoot it, and then when they go to a group ride, they're like all tough and using foul language. You know, language that shouldn't be even spoken, you know, to anybody. But yet, you know, they'll do that. The aggressiveness comes out. But you know, behind the scenes, when they're shooting a regular video at home, like, you know, he's a great YouTuber, he's a great guy, he's very, you know, well groomed, and that's bullshit. There's always two sides to a people. You know what I mean? Man, I'm just straightforward the way it is. You know what I mean? So just because you're shooting a video and you're doing a group ride, don't forget that you're still videotaping the goddamn thing. And why the hell would I be videotaping my ride? I'm pretty much incriminating myself. I'm videotaping for whatever stupid shit I'm doing, right? Going the wrong way, speeding, you know, yelling at people, honking at people, listening to loud music, saying stupid shit. Oh man, don't incriminate yourself. Don't document that. For what? You know how many times cops went to somebody's YouTube channel and says like, well, you did this, and that. How many people got gemmed up? How many people went to jail for that? Whether it was a car or a bike or anything else. How many bike riders got convicted, you know, of stupid shit because they had it recorded? There was a big incident a couple years down the road on the West Side Highway where the Chinese family had a kid. There was a wife. There was a kid. So there was a kid, there was a wife, there was a husband, and they were going on the West Side Highway, and apparently, you know, the guy with the Range Rover had cut off one of the bikes. They all got pissed over. They started blocking him, this and that. Who are you to block the flow of traffic? That's what pisses me fucking off. And I always deal with that when I see a bike rider, and he rides and he thinks he owns the entire street. Use one lane, don't use 7 lanes. You know what I mean? And then you accelerate, you pass me, and then you want to split lanes, and then you want to slam on your brakes, and then, you know, like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. These guys, like, they have no respect for nobody on the streets, and that's what pisses me off. Long story short, the guy, poor guy, he was attacked. We're trying to break his windows with helmets and all that, and he accelerated. He ran one biker over. The biker was paralyzed. You know, when the film was, oh, he's a good boy, he goes to church every single day, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but yeah, he rides a biker. He wants to be involved in this gang ride, you know, joy ride for no reason, you know. And now, oh, you know, he's an angel. He's an angel after, you know, he's paralyzed because the guy ran him over. Because why? Because they were about to goddamn kill him. Okay? Him, the kid, and the wife. And of course, he pulled over on 178th Street, got off the highway, and guess what? They got him, they broke all the windows, they yanked him out, they beat the hell out of him, and he was barely alive. And guess what? Lots of people got locked up for that and doing a jail time. Why? Because they recorded everything on a video. And of course they were off duty, and of course they were, you know, undercover cops that didn't do anything, you know. And I mean, come on, assaulting somebody like that's a felony. So guess what happens? You, the cop, you're supposed to do something about it. But let's say you're undercover, so you really can't do it because you can't blow your cover. It's a long story to it. They're very tactical. It's all bullshit, you know. It's all about, you know, favoritism, and it completely sucks. But you know what? I'm gonna finish on this note because I am tired. I am not doing, you know, not of this crazy editing and doing all kinds of stuff, and I just don't want to deal with it. So guys, make sure you share, subscribe, you know, do what you gotta do. Well, you know, press the like button. Stay tuned, you know, for additional future videos, people, and see what's up. Take care.